Is this the best Star Wars Legos yet? Let's discuss tonight. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Lego-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2, Pieces of the Past. Were you changing the volume on that? Gosh. But yes, so originally we were going to do each episode individually. And then we got two trailers back to back. And then we had Drew was gone and we did blind ranking number 3 with Grace and Andrew. And then I was like, when are we going to? We got Visions coming out in 2 weeks. And I was just kind of, how are we going to do this?
It was just a lot.
So we decided we're going to do the whole season as one episode review. So this is our first ever like complete season review in one episode of anything in our history of the show.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's sad because it's like some of the best Star Wars content that we get.
Yep. So
we're kind of doing it dirty by not breaking it down episode by episode.
So we're doing that. But quick, I have some sad news to share. If you're in the Discord, you already know this, and you would have already seen this, but you never reacted because you were in Florida. But last week I.
Oh yeah, you broke your cup.
My famous pink cup that I've had. I don't know if I've had this from the start, like when we were like recording.
100%.
I think I've had my one. I had my backup one, maybe at times, but I accidentally knocked my favorite cup that I've used literally every day for the past X amount of years. And there's a big. You can't really see it on the stream, but kind of. I don't know.
You can.
There's a big crack.
Just super glue it, bro.
No. I already got enough microplastics in me.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this is RIP. So my pink cup is gone, and I'm bringing
What's the
back
brand on it? Someone in the chat will buy it for you right now.
My second favorite cup, my yellow cup that I used to use before my pink cup. So this is my new water cup. But it's funny because I posted a picture on Facebook of this broken one, and someone did a reverse image search on Google or whatever. And these cups are from like the 1980s, and he found me like a set on eBay.
Did they buy it for you?
He didn't buy it for me. I didn't buy it. My parents saw that he posted links. I don't know if they're gonna like. They should buy. They commented on that post. I'm like, they should buy that for me for Christmas and surprise me.
That's gonna be like the best Christmas gift.
You should message my parents and be, hey.
If your parent, I'm gonna write to your dad and be like, hey, if you don't get this for Jeremiah, I'm gonna have to.
But it's definitely from the 1980s cup. So
and like razor engraved like Empire Radio on it. That'd be dope, bro.
We caused that company to like come back and like boom, we get like a sponsorship deal. So
we're gonna sell pink cups. That's like the only merch we have is pink cups.
Yep.
Should just have T-shirts with pink cups on them.
Yep,
that'd be funny. Pink cup. From the date that it was, and then when you broke it.
Yep.
That's a funny shirt.
But that's that. So that's my new cup. Maybe I'll get it because this is the cup I'm using now has less liquid in it than that one. But we'll see. Maybe I'll.
But also, is that one from like a Pizza Hut or something?
I don't know. This is like one of those restaurant cups.
Yeah,
it's like yellow, not clear.
Well, or like the red is a Pizza Hut. I'm thinking of, or like the what? Not
it says that the brand is Texan. That's funny. But that's an old cup. I remember having that cup when I was a kid too. So,
yeah, you've had both those cups for. I always remember that pink cup. Every time I go over there, there's always something in it.
Right, that's what I drink out of for every meal, and stream. Not anymore though. But we're not here to talk about broken cups. But I should remind you guys, last week was the blind ranking number 3 with just me, Grace, and Andrew. It was a lot of fun. Go check that out, especially on the YouTube version, because I put like 10 plus hours editing that video, putting in hundreds of slides for each individual answer and blah, blah, blah. So it was a lot of work. So I would appreciate if you're used to just listening, go watch it on YouTube. It's a lot of fun to watch it on screen. The answers pop up and go on the grid and all that stuff and all that jazz. And while you're there, subscribe, hit the like button. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Go
then
on the
it was like
YouTubes.
11 months ago was when we did number 2. So like we're not going to wait that long to do another bunning. So hopefully maybe in the next few months.
And I'll be on this next one, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I don't have any trips coming up.
Or what's going to happen, we're going to plan, you're going to get sick or something, and then you're not going to be able to join.
All right, like my new kid will be on the way or something.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? What?
I just realized that.
We might as well officially say it now.
Yeah. I have a kid coming, guys.
Yay! Burr, burr, burr. Number 2 coming in March, right? Or
Yep,
April?
March.
End of
March
March?
13th. It's a Friday.
That's exciting.
Wish me luck.
Yep.
Fridays.
I hear, 1 kid, 2 kid is fine because you're not outnumbered. It's when you get to 3, you got to play zone defense, and that's when it gets difficult.
No,
so.
we're done with 2. 2 is our last one, and we're gonna be surprised. We don't know what it's gonna be until it gets here. So.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna just. We don't want to know. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But you're cross fingers another boy, or do you want a girl?
I don't care. I want a healthy kid.
Oh, okay, whatever. That's a classic.
It's true.
Red Buff.
Well,
we get 2 before Andrews 1. All right. Rebuild the Galaxy. So this is weird because they don't have it as season 2 on Disney Plus.
No, it's like part 2, right? No,
it's its own.
It's
thing.
its own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just season 1 of 1 but it's
that's true because like you like click on it and it's completely different category and like
completely different show. So it's weird.
weird.
I don't know why they do that, but anyway, what are your
testing something with it?
I don't know. What are your overall thoughts of this season 2?
I think between season 1 and season 2, I think they're both equally amazing, but I also think like this show is some of the best Star Wars that we get. And it's like between making fun of it, the storyline I feel like is really good, and they pull out characters that like you would never think you would see on stream, or like even when like there's certain times where like they're like, oh, your outfit looks like Old Republic, like they'll just like add things to it, and it's just always fun. And for a diehard fan like us, like you can pick out those things and it's hilarious, and they're making fun of certain things and it's so funny. And then for like a kid like Miles, he just loves it because it's Lego and there's like fighting and they're building stuff. So like he's fully in, not even distracted at all. Like he's all about it. And then for us, it's like other people that like the Star Wars lore, like you get so much out of it and it's so funny. So I think it's really well done, and the voice acting was really like they got like big hitters. So I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like I thought it was all amazing.
Cool. I think season 2 was a million times better than season 1. Like you said, they're equal.
I loved them both.
But I think season 2 was way better. The story.
The story is good.
It was a really good story. Like I couldn't believe how amazing the story was, and especially like even just like the music, like the start of part 4, like it was like John. It wasn't John Williams, but it was like John. It sounded like they brought John Williams in for like the opening credit type thing, and it was like super scary and whatever. I'm like, they're going all out on this, and it was really good. And like honestly, I feel like what they should do is take this story and like do like an Old Republic type thing with this story using like the world between worlds or something.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like they could make this a real thing where there's like some rogue force user goes crazy and wants to destroy the galaxy by using the world between worlds, and they could adapt the story to that, and it would be really cool. And I don't know. I think they should do that. I think it'd be really good. Really good. Because it's like We know that Emperor Palpatine wanted to take over the world between worlds and Rebels because he wanted to take control of everything. Like, and the world. We're pretty sure the world between worlds is going to come up in Ahsoka season 2,
for sure.
and it's like they have the Jedi Temple with like the father, son, daughter on it, and like the entry point into the world between worlds. So it's like some ancient thing that was already existed that Force users were aware of and used. Well, make a story about solely upon that, like from thousands of years before, and I think they could adapt a story like this, and it
Yeah.
would work really well. Like
Well,
it could just be a movie. Like they don't even need to like make a
for
show.
sure.
Really, it'd be a fun movie because they did this in 4 25-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you make a 2.5-hour movie out of this, like it would work. And so,
Yeah, I think what's also is like Lego movies are like known for like the humor behind it, like
right,
and making fun of it. It's like breaking the fourth wall consistently, and like I just love like there's a part and I think it was like episode 3, maybe 4, but it was for sure like 3, and when you get Maul's character and like he's on this Hoth slash like
yeah,
Cloud City, and it's what do they call it, like
Snow City.
yeah, Snow City, and he was like singing the Imperial March, but
Oh, it's Duel of the Fates, but he
yeah,
was using his own lyrics.
yeah, and it was hilarious. Like stuff like that was just so funny and like dumb, but it was just so funny, and I just loved like those little things that they added, or like they add the character from the game, like
Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis, and he's like game over. Like he kept saying game over.
Oh,
And
and
I
it was
just-
this thing. So what was it? Like last summer, like 2024 or something like that. There was like leak that the voice actor was like in a new project, and
Yeah.
rumor, oh, is he gonna be in a like Ahsoka season 2 or something like that? Is he still around during the Mandoverse? And like
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Well, I guess it's just he just voiced a couple
He's-
of lines for
He's
Rebuild
just
the
in-
Galaxy.
and
Okay,
rebuild
whatever.
the galaxy. It's so funny. Or like
But
they
whatever.
brought Ashley for the Ahsoka voice, and like we knew that from Celebration, but like it worked so well. Like I just like, I mean I love the whole aspect of her character because it was like the big heads or whatever they're called, Lego sets. So like they don't fit in the galaxy. Like there's a part where she falls over and she needs them to help pick her up because she just doesn't fit in
So
this
that
galaxy.
was an actual Lego.
That's a set. I have the Mandalorian and the Grogu set
Oh, I
of
didn't.
that.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that
they're
was an
they're called
actual-
like big heads. Like
Oh,
when they came out, they were trying to like rival Funko Pops. Essentially, that's what they are rivaling. So like, there's this line, Lego line. I don't know if they're still doing it, but for a while they were doing it, and it was like a $10 figure like that, and you build these like awkward looking head.
and they tipped over
Like
a lot, I
body.
assume.
They fall over all the time, yeah. So it was like making fun of like the design of the Legos too. But it was just funny because then at the end you see like all the rebel characters
Yeah, it was
that
Hera,
are that
Sabine, and Ezra.
yeah, and they're
Where
all
was
there.
Zeb? Why didn't they have Zeb? Why didn't they have a chopper version?
I don't think they have the version. That's why.
So they only used the versions that were from real life?
Yeah.
For the characters from real life?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, because there's like Lego nerds out there, they're like, that's not a figure. Like, I know that's definitely a thing where like they were making sure that they were like this possibility for you to build a mall with a snow outfit. Like, that's a possibility. But like for those Lego heads, they're probably making sure that they have them
Right.
already. So, yeah, like Miles is really into Legos right now, which is cool and also very frustrating as someone who makes Legos because I'll build them the set and I'll leave the room and it'll be in a million pieces and I'll never go back to that. But so like he loves watching all the Lego shows. So like this has been on repeat since it came out, which is why like I apologize we didn't do reaction because I went to work after our first reaction and homeboy watched it all by himself when I was at work. So then like I was like, hey, we need to record our like other things. Like, Daddy, I already watched this. I was like, what? And Steph's like, oh yeah, he just started watching it. And I was like, You're okay, whatever. We
We're
got
like,
one.
babe, we're trying to monetize this kid. What are you
I was just
doing?
like, what are we doing? And then so today he's like, we need to do our podcast. I was like, Miles, you already watched it. Oh yeah. I was like, boy.
Funny.
So that's why there's only one reaction. But go on YouTube
Right.
and watch it with us if you want to.
Yeah. All right. Well, we might as well. So I did notes for each thing, but we can kind of just wing it also. So overall plot. So both. Okay. Well, recap from season one. Uh, Dev and Sig accidentally remove the cornerstone from a Jedi temple, and that causes the whole galaxy to rebuild itself into a completely like multiverse type thing where the universe that we know in canon is disappeared and everything gets flipped upside down and every characters change, alliances change, everything changes, blah blah blah. And Dev is like the villain of the season, and then like because they're like brothers, but now in the new galaxy, Dev doesn't know that, blah blah blah, and the old galaxy can't come back, so this Sig is just like, all right, I just got to accept for what it is, build my life here, and Dev disappears, whatever. So it picks up there where Sig is training with Jedi Bob to be a Force builder, and like I thought the opening scene was pretty cool of like him,
Mm-hmm.
the test of like he has to like ring the bell, but like because Jedi Bob is a Force builder, also he can change the training course and blah blah blah, and then Zig has to like adapt to it and create ships that can fly or shoot or whatever, like ground assault ships and
Mm-hmm.
tanks and stuff. So he has to like constantly thinking on his feet, to get to the bell to ring it. And it was really fun, like seeing like the creativity of the course and like what had to be done. I think this
Yeah.
is the story around Force builders and Sith destroyers are it was like a
It's a
interesting
cool concept. It's
cool
a fun
concept
concept.
to adapt to like Lego Star Wars. This is a cool
Mm-hmm.
idea because would make total sense. And so that's just kind of like how it starts out in Sig. It's just getting stronger and stronger with the Force and building and all that jazz. And but he's having dreams that like his brother Dev is in trouble and is going down a dark path again because he started to come back to the light at the end of the season one, but whatever. And then we see thing of Dev. He's searching for something that something's been calling to him, and he's searching for that. And so it's like, all right, well, what's this thing that they're coming after? What are they searching for? What's going on? And so basically, like Zig or Dev finds this ancient, like it's not like a temple, but it's kind of like a temple, but it's more like a weird arena temple thing, and he can't figure anything out. But when Sig finds him, they start fighting, and Sig he's building, Dev is destroying, and by doing this, it opens up this portal, and this guy comes out of the portal named Solitus, and he is Jedi Bob's former master. Bum bum bum. He's the bad guy, and he's like, the Force Hold is where I was for eons, and so I forgot to look up what an eon is. I think it's like 100,000 years, and so he was in the Force Hold for multiple eons, so hundreds of thousands of years, learning about the Force, and so he then throws Sig and Dev into the portal, and then Servo, the Gonk droid, runs after and jumps in before it closes. And then Yessie and Jedi Bob escape with the help of the Day Sisters, not the Night Sisters. So that's cool to see Ventress as like a good witch, not
Yeah.
a bad witch.
Was it the
And
same voice actor?
yeah,
Yeah.
and so they're riding Rancors
Mm-hmm.
on like Dathomir, which was like nice forest, like nice trees, bright and fun, not full of death as like
Yeah, it's not
death in
scary.
normally
It's
is.
like the opposite.
So so that's cool. And so that's the story of like, all right, Solitus has escaped. He's Bob's former master. Where did Dev and Sig go? Like, what's this force hold thing? Blah blah blah. Um, we we meet the Landalorian in episode 1, which was he was teased at the end of season 1 because
Hmm.
the Sith hired him and Grogu to find Sig, and so he was cool. The one cool thing, he has like these carbonite grenade things. I thought it was really cool. He just throws one of these little pucks and explodes,
Yeah.
and people that are in like the smoke of the explosion turn to carbonite, and that's how he captures people.
Like, dude, that would be the best way to capture anyone.
Yeah, it'd be so efficient. Like you don't have to
Hmm.
like push him in this thing first or whatever. Um, but yeah, so they had the Death Star, and they didn't have a good name for it, so they called it the Battle Ball. And so that's what Sith Kit Fisto was calling it, and then like Sig was like, "Oh, back in my galaxy, they call it the Death Star," and all that stuff. Oh, that was such a cool name. Why didn't we think of that? It's kind of funny. Um, yeah, so that's episode 1. So it was like a simple episode. It's just them trying to get to the conflict. Part 2, we get kind of like the explanation of what exactly is going on, and we have this cool like the opening scene is like a retro style flashback, like a
Yeah.
retro 1980s TV show flashback type thing, recap type of thing. And so we get the backstory of like young Padawan Jedi Bob with Solitus. And Solitus, he found a Sith holocron that taught him new knowledge, and Jedi Bob's scared. And they're doing this build, rebuild, destroy thing at this temple to open up the portal, and Jay Bob in the moment was like, "This is dangerous," and he force pushes Solitus into the force hold. And okay, well, what's this force hold thing? We don't know what it is. Well, um, what we learn in this episode is that whenever the galaxy is rebuilt, when the cornerstone is moved or whatever, like pieces don't fit in the new galaxy that's rebuilt, and they just end up in this holding place. So it's kind of like a purgatory trash can type thing. And so you just have physical things like buildings and ships and stuff, but also tons of animals and creatures and characters and people from different universes, Star Wars universes. So this is where they end up, and they have to try and figure out how to get out. So that's like we get introduced to like giant Chewie that's like 200 feet tall. We find Ahsoka, which is like that. What was it called? This style head, Lego
I think
heads.
they're
What'd you say?
called Lego heads or something. Let me look
Lego
it
heads
up.
or whatever. So I was like, why are they making her look like this? Like so weird looking. Like I was like, this is kind of insulting to. But now that you say that it's like a weird Lego design that doesn't fit in with other Legos, it makes sense because she's like, I'm the only one of my kind that's different
Hmm.
in the Force Hold. Like I'm the only one. I don't fit in anywhere. But I'm like kind of the defender of this. Like I've because Solitus and his minions were in the Force Hold also, so like they were the ones that are like the bad guys in the Force Hold. So Ahsoka was trying to keep people protected from them and had like a safe house like community type thing that she was recruiting people, finding people, and all that jazz. And so
Yeah. I don't know what the. I typed in like Funko Pop Lego and then it comes up the design, but I don't know what they're called. Chat, help us out. But like I pulled it up and it's literally
right,
like Vader and uh yeah, I don't know what they're called.
right,
They're
and
still
so
making them though too because they just came out with oh
right,
brick heads. That's what they're called. Brick heads.
breakheads,
Bricks.
brickheads.
Brick heads. because they're Lego bricks. Did you know that? So
Yes.
you don't say I'm building Legos. You're saying I'm building Lego bricks.
Right. I know that.
Oh, you knew that? I only learned that from Lego Masters.
Like,
You ever watch the show?
no, never heard of it.
Oh,
I don't
it's
think.
it's like a game show when they get like the best Lego creators, and then they like battle essentially, and they design all this cool stuff, and it's like whoever wins is the Lego Master. They just came out with Lego Master Junior, and Miles loved it. Watching these kids build these like crazy things, and it's like in 3 years he could do it. Like, but I don't know if he could. But like some of these kids, and
What was that thing? Like someone took a Lego set and built like a Simba out of it. It was like a Millennium Falcon set, and then took all the parts and made like a Simba
bro,
or something like that. Where like someone just completely changed the franchise and with all the parts and made a thing. Like, how do you
yeah,
like envision that?
dude,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Some of the like that show is so crazy because it's like, all right, build this pirate ship out of nothing, and it has to like move, function, float, like all this stuff, and they'll like figure out how to do it, and it's this giant epic ship, and like they like these kids were like, oh, I specialize in making dragons, and this guy's like this like literally 8-year old kid is like making these epic dragon faces. I'm like, I don't even know how to like put three pieces together without getting mad. Like, what are you talking about? What is this? So like the whole time, because they had like celebrity like coaches or like celebrity people helping them on their team, and they're like, oh, I love building Legos, and they're like, it's Lego bricks. It's not like the whole time, like the whole first episode was them correcting these celebrity people on how to like say Lego, because Lego is a term in German that means like
well,
game
Lego's
or
the
toy.
brand,
Yeah,
so
but it is actually a word too. It means like fun or like games. I don't remember what it means. Chat, help us out. But it means something. So then they're like, you're just saying this. You have to say bricks.
right.
So
Um. So what we learn also is so Solitus, he's out in the galaxy, and what he's doing is he's uh wants to completely destroy the galaxy so he can rebuild his own the way he wants it.
hmm. And
Uh
I think his character is a character, isn't it?
I don't know. I
I
I thought
think
they just
I
created a new character. Solitus?
oh, it's Dutch. It means play well. Yeah.
But I don't think Solitus is an established
How do you spell that name? I,
Solitus. I don't know when I click on
it just shows up as a Lego one.
yeah. Oh,
I
and it's
swear.
oh, he's a Duros? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I guess with the eyes, maybe I guess it makes sense. But interesting. I did not realize he was a Duros. I just thought he was a blue
That's good.
guy. Interesting. But his first name is Pab. Pab Solitus.
Because there's this like green Star Wars character that I thought it was based off of, but
I don't know.
I type in green Star Wars guy and it's Grogu. I'm like, bro, I know what Grogu. I'll never find this. There's this old toy that had like he had like purple like shield, and he looked the exact same, and I thought it was based off that character, but I guess I'm wrong. Good thing.
Interesting.
But either way, it's cool. It's a cool concept.
Yeah, so he wants to so he has like a so his ship is like a mix between like the separatist like Lucre Hulk
Hmm.
and like a blockade runner. So they call
Yep.
it. I think they called it the Oblivion Runner.
Yep.
But like which is kind of confusing because I think he learned the Force ability Oblivion. So that's like the ability to like open up the
Open up.
Force hold
Yeah.
everywhere in the galaxy to like swallow up. So what he's doing is he's just slowly erasing the galaxy from existence, and so you just kind of see like a star map of like everything disappearing slowly and slowly from one side of the galaxy to the other, and so like that disrupts communication. So like they can't get in contact with the Rebel Alliance to try and figure things out. Blah blah blah. Because it's just Jedi Bob and Yessie at the moment trying to figure everything out, and so they they can't get to the Rebel Alliance in time or the Jedi Order, and so they have to use a special mode of transportation, the Porgils.
Dude, it's so funny, bro.
Not the Purgles, the space whales. They're space porgs that are like
With whales, it's like
whale
both.
tail, like tentacle things, and so they just pull an Ahsoka and go in the mouth of a Purgle.
Like, do we have to go to the mouth for real?
What he said is better than the alternative, which I
Yeah.
think is implying the other end.
Yeah, it's so funny, bro.
So
I was
stupid.
like, bro, it's so dumb. Like, you're really gonna say that? Like, this is a kid show, but then like Miles isn't gonna understand it, so it's
I
fine.
thought there was something else that they said that was
Dude, there's so many little ones. Like,
questionable. That I was like, I don't remember what it was, but I was like, huh?
there's so many of those little things where you're like the whole concept behind Leia and it is her husband or
Greedo.
Greedo is literally Leia's like fiance in this, and
Yep.
it's so funny, dude. It's so dumb, and he's wearing like Han's like outfit too.
Yep. And so in the Force Hold, Dev and Sig team up with Ahsoka and a Viper droid that like so Servo and his Viper droid are kind of like male female, like they fall in love, whatever, blah blah blah. Two opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, well, we got to go to Solitus's former fortress to like figure out what we can learn to see how we can get out of here. And so they go there, they break in, and they find the Sith holocron that Solitus had, and it was Sith Kiadi Mundi, explaining the concept of like that you can unleash like the greatest power in the galaxy to create everlasting nothing. And so what exactly does that mean? We don't know, but that's what Solitus is doing. He wants to get rid of everything. And while they're there, Darth Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Revan show up. And so then the team, they're just fighting. Which I thought it was a good fight scene. I thought
Yeah.
especially the final battle, like the duel at the end of between the three, that was so good.
It was so good.
For what Legos can do in animation, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought the fight scenes were really good in this series, this season. And so I don't understand how they figured it out so easily to get out, just force build, destroy, because that was how they got opened it up in the first place. I don't understand why Solitus didn't figure that out before. I don't know if it's just because he was only him and the Sith were just focused on destroying that they couldn't build well, but
yeah.
But we learn that Sig and Dev are a dyad in the Force, which is kind of I like that they did that, and so they're just opposite ends of the spectrum on the Force destruction spectrum, and they can just work together to like open up that portal, open it up. Those two get out. Servo gets out, and then Ahsoka jumps through as well. And then like the other team that were left behind, like, we'll figure it out. We'll take care of it. So the Viper droid, Jackson, the rabbit, which was an EU character. He's like, Jackson, you don't know me because I'm a real deep cut or whatever when he gets introduced. It was funny because I clicked on something an old episode of us like this weekend, and you mentioned like the rabbit in the
Oh,
EU.
really?
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's this random rabbit. Like the EU is crazy. Blah blah blah. I don't even remember what episode I
Yeah, I don't
clicked
know
on.
because there is like when I was like really into collecting, there was like a series. There was like an EU series that came out, and it was like based off of comic books, and you can open it up, and it has like the black figure in it. And I have like the Luke from it, but then one of them was the rabbit, and it was like one of those. So like I knew that when I saw that he was gonna be in the Lego like this show, I was like, oh, it's gonna be funny as heck. And then yeah, he was like, I'm a deep cut. Like you have to know who I am. It's
I'm
funny.
surprised that we gotta get Andrew to do a
One
EU
just on the
episode
rabbit.
on him. See what that's all
Yeah,
about.
that'd be funny.
We gotta have some fun EU ones. Like, see, he has that one that he did that he has already put together. That those two goofy stormtroopers or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, we gotta get him on to do that. We should get him up in like November, December to do a
Yeah.
fun one. But yeah, so the Solitus, he goes and tracks down where the Jedi Order is, the remnant of the Jedi Order that we were introduced to in the first season, and they're on Canto Bight, which is interesting that they were there. And it's Solitus fighting these other, this like was it, like 10 or 12 Jedi, and this was a fun, good fight. And Solitus has this cool lightsaber design where it's two sabers connected by a chain. I don't know why, but I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it looks sick. It was
And
like nunchuck sabers.
he didn't really like utilize the chain a lot, except for one time when like, he pins down Palpatine to the ground. I'm like, that's a practical way to use it, but it's like, what other ways could you use a chain connecting two sabers? Like, but I don't know. It was really cool, and Palpatine held his own. Like, he did his spinning move and actually hit Solitus on the cheek, and that took him by surprise. And I don't know, it was just a good fight. And then that's when, because Sig and the team, they like tracked down, because Jedi Bob and Yessi were there. That's how they found him, whatever. And so they came in, saved the day. They were to escape. Just the Skywalkers were able to escape alive, because all the other Jedi were sucked into the Force hold, because Solitus could open up the Force hold at any moment. So I think that's just the Oblivion ability, just to open up the Force hold at any moment and suck people in. So that's, and then they escape on the Dark Falcon. So that's part 2. So I was like, oh, everyone's dead, or not dead, they're all in the Force hold, but everyone's gone. The galaxy's slowly getting erased and destroyed, and it seems like there's no hope. But when you feel like you don't have any hope, Drew, what do?
Drink coffee.
Coffee. Oh, wow. And once again, coincidentally, our sponsor for today is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. So if your galaxy is being destroyed and being sucked into a Force hold and there's no hope left, maybe what you got to do is just gather your team together, sit down, and have a hot beverage such as coffee or tea. And no better way to do that than with a coupon code or a discount code from
A coupon code.
Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. So take a listen.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor of today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code Empire Radio, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee, or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Well, part 3, we get kind of like they're getting the good guys are collecting a team, and the way they do that is they find their way to Naboo. And we find who's from Naboo? Padme Amidala, and we find out she is the Pirate Queen, which is kind of funny. And so
it's awesome, bro. It's like she became Jabba essentially,
because she has like the whole like what's the boat thing called? Sand boat. What is it? The barge, sand barge,
yeah.
Whatever. So
sand barge.
She has hers, but like it's on Tatooine, so it's not like a desert planet. So it's like a tropical like
Naboo,
like they're on like the ocean, so it's like a really nice sand barge, but it's like a yacht kind of, but it's still the same shape. But
it's just like red, like Naboo colors.
Yeah, like her red dress, because that's her outfit is her big red Episode 1 outfit. And so it's like, Jedi Vader, he shows up like because they have a broken relationship, and he's like all sad about it and blah blah blah.
What was so funny is that they didn't know anything about their mom,
right?
Because you got Luke and Leia, they're like our mom, but it was like you guys didn't know anything about her at all. And it was so funny,
and it's like, which makes sense because that was true of the original story. Like they didn't know their mom, biological mother, and so and it's weird because like she didn't. It was almost like she didn't know she had kids. So there's like,
yeah, I know, it was weird.
It doesn't really make sense how it wasn't really explained other than like somehow they got separated from Padme at some point. I don't know how that all worked out. Like they broke up, but then like the kids disappeared and went different ways. Like I don't know. We didn't really figure that out. But Pirate Queen Amidala doesn't trust Annie. Calls him Annie and all this stuff, and then it's basically, all right, we're just gonna kill you all. And so while all this is happening, Sig and Dev, they're like, all right, we gotta save the galaxy. And so it makes it look like Dev's on the good side, and he's coming around, whatever, blah blah blah. But they get a vision from Salatus, and Salatus is basically tempting Dev to turn to the dark side and be his partner and all this to get power. But Sig and Dev, they use their powers to build a special starship, and they call it the Force Burner. Which in the show they thought like that was a really cool name.
So lame.
It's kind of whatever.
It's funny though. But this is funny.
Yeah, and so on Naboo they take the sand barge thing to where they're gonna have to be thrown off. Like the pirates, they kick them off deck into the ocean. Well, here's a Sarlacc pit, how original, blah blah blah. Oh, we don't have a Sarlacc pit. We have a Snoke pit. So they discovered the pirates. They discovered a place that had a bunch of clones of somebody, and they didn't know what it was, so they just threw them in a pit. So it's just this random pit in the ground with a bunch of Snoke Legos being all creepy. Like it
was so funny because they were like, we just found all these useless clones and we threw them in here, and one of the guys was like, wait, who's Snoke? And they're like, It doesn't matter.
Amidala's like, it doesn't really matter anymore.
It's like a complete jab at. I like wonder how like the creators really feel about this show. Like, do they laugh about it? Like the whole thing, like Rose is like an evil person, or like how like Dark Ray is like the main like Sith person in it. Like, do you think they think it's funny, or do you think like they like take it personal?
I don't know. They were given freedom to do whatever they want. So I don't
I
know.
think it's hilarious because
I
they're
think
just making fun of it like the entire time.
Yep. Oh, and we should mention, I didn't mention this, but when they were in episode 1, when they were in the Death Star / Death Ball, the good guys, they capture all the Sith and they're
Mhm.
in captivity in the Dark Falcon. We should
Yes.
let people know that, because if you haven't watched it and we're spoiling this whole thing for you, that's where they are right now. But
And the Millennium Falcon's the Dark Falcon.
yes. And so whatever, all this is happening, they're about to get thrown into the Snoke pit, and then Sig and Dev, they swoop in and catch them as they're falling. And then they just kind of, hey guys, we're here. We're all on the same team, blah, blah, blah. The universe is getting destroyed. We got to come together, blah, blah, blah. And very easily, Pirate Queen Amidala is swayed. Very convenient, whatever. And so they have to make special ships because they want to go after Solitus's head ship and just take that out, because that ship is kind of leading the way to destroy all these planets. So it's like, we got to destroy the ship and then we can save the galaxy type of thing. And so Sig makes a BB wing rather than a B wing, a BB wing. So it's like
A
BB-8, but in the form of like a B wing ship, which is kind of a funny pun to do.
Because
So
what he was saying that he's like, well, he's making
Solitus
droid-
likes droids because they just
Yeah.
do what is told. They don't think, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so then he's going to get destroyed by these droid
Ships.
starships, which would be funny.
Yeah.
And so this happens, but then Jedi Bob, for whatever reason, just all of a sudden just gets super mean to Dev. And like, screw Dev. I don't trust him.
I'm not going to train him.
Yeah, I'm not going to train him. Like, and so then that makes Dev all mad because he's trying to like be good a little bit, but then he gets rubbed in his face that he's a bad guy. And then we get this nice moment where Dev goes off and he's there on the docks with Servo, and Servo shows him, because remember, Servo survived the galaxy rebuilding from season 1 with Sig. So Jedi Bob, Sig, and then Servo are the only ones that remember the previous galaxy.
That girl doesn't?
No, that was his girlfriend, and then she didn't remember him.
Oh, yeah.
And so Servo has recorded videos of Sig and Dev in the previous galaxy being good brothers. And so then he shows him that video, Hollow, and Dev's like, huh, interesting. And he's starting to like, now he's even more conflicted, blah, blah, blah.
Now, if it was Servo versus Clink.
Well, Servo is a gonk droid, so
It's not the same, though.
I don't know.
The Servo talks.
Yeah, but all of us Team Gonk see every gonk as we see Servo.
Okay. That's cheating.
So the pirates and whatever, they're all getting ready to like go to battle to try and take out Solitus and his ship. And while they're leaving, the Dark Falcon is there and it's about to leave, and we see a mechanical spider being approach, and we don't know who it is. And it boards the Dark Falcon. Like, oh no. So did you have any guesses who this was before?
No clue. No.
I totally didn't even think of this later, because like, okay, well, Maul in the previous galaxy had spider legs, but who else
Who
It has to be
died?
who died that would come back, and would it be someone from the first season, or would it just be a random character that died in the normal Star Wars canon?
Which
And then
it could have been so many options.
right, and it's like I didn't even think about it. And so like I watched it the first time, and then yesterday and today I rewatched all 4 episodes again
Oh,
just for
really?
tonight. And there's a couple of times in this third episode where Jedi Bob is like, I sense something that I haven't felt since. And then like there's something I sense something, but he just says it like in passing while no everyone else is talking.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, so knowing who this was, watching it the second time, like I knew I caught on it. Oh, he's sensing this
Yeah, because I
character.
was wondering about that because he was like, I sensed something, and then they got caught before they fell into it. So that's what I thought they were sensing.
Right. And so, so they go to battle, and it's just they all come out of hyperspace, and it's a cool Lego space battle fighting against Solitus's forces. He has like the what are they called? I forget. I'm terrible with my ship names, but it's like the droid, one of the droid ships that like can like stand up and walk and stuff like that fly. I forget what they're called, but
Bro, it doesn't
there's
even matter in this because it's probably something else. You know what I mean?
right, and so they're just fighting, they're shooting everything down, blah blah blah. Oh, and so from season 1, C-3PO, who was a bounty hunter, joins the pirates, as well as R2D2.
Yeah, so dumb.
And
He has like
so
one peg leg.
yeah, and so R2D2, which is kind of funny because like C-3PO is the one who is missing an arm or missing a leg and gets replaced, and then
Mhm.
here R2D2 has a fake wooden leg. I don't know, I
Yeah,
think it was kind of funny.
it was funny.
And so R2D2, he has a million weapons, so he just goes out into space at one point by himself and just
Mhm.
flies around and just destroys like a million droid ships, starships. And so then during the battle, so the guy used the Dark Falcon has that mini like Death Star ray gun on it, and they're gonna use that to destroy Solitus's ship. And so they're making their way there, and they're about to do it. And then we get introduced to who this spider guy is, because the spider guy goes to the Sith that were captured and they're just in the jail cell, like all behind laser wall or whatever. And he frees them, and it's Darth Jar Jar from season 1, because he
Gets cut in half in season 1.
does he get cut in half or he just gets smashed? I remember they go down into like that
I don't
garbage
know.
heap thing, and I feel like something fell on him.
I think you're right. Yeah, something just fell on him. So it's funny because then he's literally becoming Maul essentially.
Right. And so like Maul was on a trash planet,
Yeah.
and his body was on a trash planet, and he built himself those legs. And so then Darth Jar Jar was in a trash heap and built himself legs. But it's like, even in the Lego thing, if you don't see a body, they're not dead.
Yeah, they're not dead. No.
Because I completely forgot about them. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of good. I was
They
like, I
had
wish
to bring him back because that was like the funniest thing in like season 1.
right.
Like that trailer that we didn't react to.
Yeah, I'm so mad about that.
Yeah.
So he frees the Sith, and then so as Jesse's about to shoot the ship and they're going to win the day, the Sith take over. They disabled the weapons and all that stuff, and so then they can't shoot it, and then they start destroying all the pirate ships and all the BB wings and all that stuff. And so what eventually happens is as the Dark Falcon is taking out the good guys, Deb is like, I need you to trust me, Sig, while they're in the, what's it called? The Force Burner.
Mhm.
They kind of like stall themselves in space so that the Falcon comes to them to destroy them. And right at the right moment, because they set it up where right when they shoot, they move out of the way, and then the laser hits Solitus's ship. And so it didn't destroy it, but it opened up a wall hole in it, so
Yeah.
then they could go in and fly in and go in directly. And then they closed up the side of the wall with their force building abilities. And so then they go, Jedi Bob, Sig, and Dev, they go and confront Solitus. And this was a really good scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like Solitus is like, you can't, I'm untouchable. And he takes like all these parts in this Lego parts and just like makes a force field around him, spinning around. And Sig, he gets almost sucked out into space. He's like stuck. And then Jedi Bob, he jumps over into the spinning stuff and is trying to like kill Solitus. And then Dev is there. And Solitus is like, Dev, you can save me. I can teach you to give you all the power in the galaxy. I can teach you everything I learned, blah, blah, blah. And so then he stops Jedi Bob, throws him to the side to save Solitus. He saves Sig for some reason. And like Solitus says, why would you save him? You could have let him get sucked out. He's like, I saved him so that he could see, so I could see him suffer or something like that.
Yeah.
And like, oh no, Dev, no, you turned to the dark side. And then it causes the enough of the universes collapsing in on itself with the Oblivion ability, and then it just everything in the galaxy just gets sucked into the force hold, and everything is gone.
Yeah.
Just complete silence, and it goes to the credits. Complete silence, no music.
It's pretty.
And Solitus is like, finally, peace and quiet. I'm like, oh dang.
Such a cool concept.
Yeah, I don't know if you haven't watched this and you're listening to this and it sounds really stupid. It's not. It's actually really good.
It's really. If
the
you're
scenes-
listening to this, one, you shouldn't be. You should go watch it and then come back to this. But also, like, if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know if I'm. It's. I think it's some of the best Star Wars Disney's put out because this is fun. It doesn't matter. It's like Visions. Like, it's just what it is. It's not canon, but it's just really fun and like. I think it's for me. It's like Deadpool, like appropriate Deadpool meets Star Wars and Legos. Like that's what it is. It's just like funny. They make fun of it the entire time, but then the story is actually really good. Like the concept and like how they develop this whole like destroying the galaxy essentially is such a cool concept.
right.
So, like I don't know, like I don't know what they would do to make another season, but like they could probably just do whatever they want. Like it doesn't
Well,
matter.
right, because they did leave the kind of a cliffhanger with the Sith that survived,
Yeah.
but like
I
they're
don't know.
weak, they're lame.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
um,
if they make another season, I'm watching it. Like it's
Right.
gonna be good.
but it'd be probably cool. Like, they'll probably have like a whole team of like force builders trained up by Jedi
Mhm.
Bob and stuff. But we'll get there later. So episode 4, like I said earlier, like as the credits are going up, like opening, like whatever, like the music is super dark and intense. Like I'm like, this music is way too good to be in a Lego show. I don't know if it's already used like a previous Star Wars track. I don't.
It gave me like
It reminded me of something.
Rogue One, or not Rogue One. It gave me like Andor feels. Like it made me think of like the when like before they like the breakout, like when they started that episode, the last episode before they broke out. Like when it started that episode, it kind of gave that eerie feel. So I don't know.
Right. But super good music. And then it's just there's one single planet with one single like house or like mansion or whatever. It's in the middle of a desert on this planet. And Solitus is there with Dev. And like this is just perfect silence. It's just nice and quiet. So all this guy wanted was a quiet time. Whatever.
He wanted solitude.
Yep, solitude. Oh, look at that.
Mm.
But we then go to the Darkhold, and the Darkhold itself is starting to collapse because the Darkhold was just supposed to hold extra pieces from a collapsed reset of the galaxy, not hold an entire galaxy.
Yeah.
And so it's not able to hold everything, and so it's collapsing everything, and everything that's getting sucked out. Like we kind of later find out that it just ceases to exist. It gets sucked out into a different portal and it just ceases to exist by itself or whatever, or something like that. And so everyone's running away trying to figure it out, and then they realize, no, guys, we gotta work together. We can do this. Everyone has the force living in them. We can all connect together. Like Dev and Sig were like, yeah, we're a dyad in the force, but if we all work together, we could be a myriad in the force, whatever. And Strubble was like, that's not what that word means. But it's like, whatever, you know what I mean. And so they all kind of like huddle together and focus, I guess, somehow. And force users and those who don't know the force. So there's like Jedi there, but there's also Sith there.
Maul doesn't know the force in this universe.
Right. And then there's just regular people that are not force sensitive, but they still have the living force within them. And so then they open up a new portal type thing, and they go enter into that planet that Solitus created. And there's emptying into it, and of course Solitus is like, this is impossible, blah blah blah, and they're like, everyone's ready to fight. But then he has his defenses. And all these B1 battle droids and B2 battle droids, they come up from the ground like these big vaults. And it's just like an entire invasion army of droids fighting against like 50 survivors. And it's really weird because it's like they didn't really show it really, but initially there's only like 20 characters. But then they keep coming, more and more characters keep getting added on. Because I think it's because more and more people are coming through the portal.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was implying. Because did you notice the Bad Batch characters were there?
Yep.
And then Neil was there from Skeleton Crew. You notice him?
Yep. He was like crying.
But he was there with like a girl.
Yeah.
But I couldn't recognize the girl because she was like in an all white outfit with like really long hair.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm like, I don't know who that character is.
Could it be the sister?
I don't know, because there's KB and Fern were the two female characters, and then his crush was Hannah, but none of them girls looked like...
No, could it be like the sister in the Force? Like the sister?
Oh, like the daughter?
Yeah, the daughter.
No, because she's green and white.
Oh, true.
But I was like, why is this girl with Neil?
And Neil was like crying.
I don't know. It was weird.
Well, and then like Queel was with like Maul.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like random.
So then there's just the good guys are fighting against the droids, and it's just chaos, blah blah blah. And you get to see everyone shine at one point for like, it's kind of like what do you call it? Avengers Endgame against the final battle. Yeah, everyone has their moment to like shine. This is kind of like every character had their moment to shine.
Yeah, it was very Endgamey.
And
like
so
portals and people coming out of them.
Right. And so something we didn't mention was like Solitus's like main droid was evil K2SO.
Yeah.
And like, why is he like like his legs were like together, so like he could just only hop. And I'm like, it's like something like this is, he has to have a bigger purpose. Well, we get the bigger purpose. So at some point, Solitus is like, I had enough. So he turns off all the droids, and then K2SO gets force yeeted into the battle, and he enacts Goliath Protocol. And so then all the B1 battle droids, the B2 super battle droids, they all turn back on and they go to K2SO, and they all combine into one giant Goliath K2SO.
Yeah.
And did you know what was going to happen with how they were going to fight him?
No, I didn't catch it, but it made sense because Ahsoka leaves.
Yeah, it's because what we didn't say is giant Chewbacca was only scared of Ahsoka in the Force Hold.
Mm-hmm.
And so but then like at the end of episode was it 1 or 2, like the good guys that like remained back in the Force Hold, they like befriended Chewbacca, giant Chewbacca. And so then Ahsoka at the beginning of the battle leaves. I gotta leave. Just trust me. I'm like, oh, she's going to get giant
Did
Chewbacca.
you catch on right away?
I knew that's what she was gonna do, but I was like, how is he gonna?
Oh,
Because I thought it was gonna be giant Chewbacca against all the little battle droids. I think he was just come in and just start kicking them and
yeah,
whatever. But I didn't expect K2SO to become a giant 200-foot K2SO. Not only that, he had giant droidicas too, 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Chewbacca comes and he's fighting K2SO. And
It's like King Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, kind of. But it was funny because Servo, got separated from his Viper droid girlfriend. They get reunited. And Servo's like confessing his love for her as like the front scene. But in the background, you just see it's like blurry. Giant Chewbacca fighting K2SO and the 2 droidicas. It's like in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're listening to this love conversation between the 2 droids, and you see the 2 big giant monster fight in the back.
What you want to see, you're not getting. You're getting the
it was just kind of
love.
It was just funny, whatever. And then, this Chewie still can't win on his own, but then like the other good guys, they come in, they take out a droidica. But then they want to use the droidica to fight back, but they can't. No one fits. They're just too small. And it's like, wait, I can fit. I can finally fit in. And she literally fits into the droidica and then starts shooting K2SO and the other droidica and wiping out. And so while this is happening, they already sent like Dev, Jai Bob, and Sig to go confront Solitus. Sig and Jai Bob to go fight Dev and Solitus. But then Dev gets sent down to kill the 2 or whatever, and he's like, "Not just kidding. I had to make it look like I was on his side so that there was a fighting chance. Because if I didn't, then we would all be dead." So cool. So then it was Dev, Sig, and Jai Bob against Solitus. Cool fight on top of this mansion thing, and
building, destroying. It was
super cool fight. Good. And then like the Oblivion ability that he was using was opening up everywhere, and then they yeet Solitus into the Oblivion nothingness, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm so alone," and then he's just there forever. So technically, he could come back, so he could figure something out, but it's implying that that's that. So,
and
then because he gets yeeted out, like all the Force Hold portals open up throughout the galaxy and regurgitate every planet back to where they're supposed to be. So, not sure. So we don't know what that means though, because like all of the Force Hold was regurgitated. So all the extra pieces from all the other previous galaxies are there. So there's going to be weird random things plus the established galaxy that was there at the beginning of the season. So there could be all kinds of extra things that could be a conflict in the future seasons if they have that. But everyone's happy. They're rebuilding planets, blah, blah, blah. And then we just see like the Sith. They were there at the battle. They kind of like run away. So they're there. So they'll probably be the antagonists at some point.
Yeah.
But that's that. And, like I said, it sounds really stupid what we just described, but if you actually go watch it, it's really cool. The music's great. The action's really good. and it's worth the watch.
For sure, 100%. It's worth a watch, and it's really cool.
Yep.
It's just fun. It's just a fun, like, mindless thing. I don't know how to describe it besides, like, it's just good.
Definitely the best Lego thing that they've made.
Oh,
What
100%.
Like they did the summer vacation one and the Halloween one.
Yeah, we broke down the Halloween one, didn't we?
Yeah, Halloween and the summer vacation, and then now 2 seasons of Rebuild the Galaxy. I think it
Rebuild the
was-
Galaxy is, like, just next level.
Oh, and then they
though.
had the holiday special one too.
Yeah.
And so this season was definitely the best of all of them. So who knows what they'll have next? They usually it's once a year
Once
they
a
have
year,
something.
yeah.
So
And I hope they keep going on, like, this route. Because, like, for instance, like, the Marvel ones, like, the Lego Marvel stuff, it just comes out. Like, no one really knows that it's coming
I
out.
didn't even know that there was Marvel Lego.
There's, like, a billion of them.
like shows
Yeah, there's just Lego Marvel stuff. And
on Disney
I only
Plus?
know that on Disney Plus. There's so many.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I watch every
But
Marvel thing. I never even seen it on Disney Plus.
I think it's just like, but they're all like 8-minute, like short, like battle scenes essentially. And I only know that because Miles is like, he's just obsessed with like Lego stuff. So like he watches all that stuff. But like,
Interesting.
I hope they keep going on a thing where it's like actually like designed and created and advertised and
Right.
produced. Like, cause like the holiday special that was like advertised, but then like some of them, like the summer one, I think it just came out. Like we weren't like privy to like it wasn't
It came out, but there wasn't like I don't even remember if it was like a trailer. Like a trailer
Yeah,
came
it
out, it was like a
just-
month later the season came out or something. So it wasn't like
it just showed up. You know what I mean? Like it was just like there. So I hope they keep going like this. Like they get like the real actors. Like they got Ashley to come back to play Ahsoka. They have Mark Hamill as playing Luke. And then like the main kid is like literally the guy from Stranger Things.
right. Which I need to
Watch
binge.
the last season. Yeah, I know.
Re-binge the whole show again.
The
'cause it's
whole
like-
show? You have time for that?
No, that's the problem. I was like busy with other stuff I was working on.
It comes out like a month from like next week or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, if I just watch 1 or 2 episodes a day, be no problem.
You have more time than I do. I could watch it at work though.
Yeah.
In between flights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably do that too. But then
Yeah.
Vision comes out. That's gonna take up time.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's Lego stuff. So moving forward from Empire Radio. So next week, we're gonna do top 5 Han Solo moments. So we're gonna try periodically do top 5 character moments now because we did a Vader moments, and so we'll do Han Solo moments next, and then after that will be 3 weeks of Star Wars Vision. So we'll do 3 episodes of Visions a week for 3 weeks. So that will bring us to middle of November. And I need to probably talk to Grace to see if she wants to do Bounty Hunter comics after that. Then we have Thanksgiving, and then we have December. So
Or E with Andrew.
I also you with Andrew. I talked to him about that after blind ranking 3. So we'll figure some stuff out. But we don't really know what the future is for shows because like the leaks are that Ahsoka season 2 isn't going to be till November of next year.
Oh really?
That was the leak.
It's done, right? It's wrapped.
They just wrapped filming. So
Yeah.
I guess a year of editing and putting things together because allegedly Bryce Dallas Howard said November of 2026, which you can't really predict that even though she's confirmed that she directed 2 episodes, which is exciting.
Mm.
And allegedly she said that every episode is going to be 45 to 60 minutes,
Ooh.
which would be
Can't
cool.
handle.
But they also said that every episode of Andor was going to be 60 minutes. and that wasn't true. So
True.
who knows how that's going to play out, but hopefully,
It's like when they like say like, "Oh, we're gonna come fix your internet between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock,
right.
like 40 minutes or 60 minutes,
So we know the show's going to come
38,
out.
38 minutes with credits."
So, but I think with I'm hoping March or so we'll have Mall show.
Oh
But-
yeah, that's coming.
And we
up.
gotta start reading. We got some books that we can read.
We do.
Yeah, we got the Living Force, and we got the Heir to the or not Heir to the Reign of the Empire book that we didn't read yet. We got some books, and if you're
And
not
then-
subscribed on Audible, they have the 99-cent deal for 3 months. So Drew and I will have to talk about what books we could read.
Should probably get on that.
Get on that,
I don't
order
have an
those
Audible.
books, and have those for next year sometime because we're running out of episode ideas, guys.
Well, and then we got the Mando movie.
That'll be one episode. I'm hoping we can get Andrew and Grace both for that movie review.
Yeah,
They have the 4 of us for that. Such a big thing. That'd be really fun.
that'd be fun. I know Miles is like so excited. He saw the trailer. He's like, "Dad, we have to go to this. We have to
You
watch."
should
This.
just say no and see what he says. What would he say?
He knows I couldn't say no. He was like trying to get me to go to the movies this weekend. I'm like, "There's nothing in the theater, dude. Like, there's nothing that you're gonna like. I'm not gonna take you to Tron. Like, you're not gonna like it. Like, no.
All right.
I don't want to go to the movies like this."
All right. Well, we're rambling now, so we might as well transition over to everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time.
It's voicemail time.
All right. Fun. So we have 3 voicemails tonight.
Ooh.
First up, someone we haven't heard from in a very long time.
Lucy?
No. Here he says it's been like a year, but I think it's been like 2 years, actually.
wow.
But he used to go by Jedi Master, our good friend Caden, which we haven't heard from in a while. So let's take a listen to him.
Hello, Empire Radio. It's Caden Hendricks. It's been like, I don't know, a year and a half since I've sent in a voicemail. Still been listening to you guys. Love the blind rankings. Those have been so much fun. But my question for you guys today is, what is your favorite Star Wars fact? There's a lot of them out there about just like production, different things like that, or just lore fact or whatever it is. What's your favorite Star Wars fact? I asked this question because me and my friend over the summer, we started a YouTube channel where we share a Star Wars fact every single day for an entire year. And so I would really appreciate if y'all go check us out. We're Swice of Life, SWICE of Life. And so I'd really appreciate y'all going and listening to that. But again, what's your favorite Star Wars fact? And we might include it in one of our Star Wars fact of the days. All right. I'll catch y'all later. May the Force be with you. Bye.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. Thank you, Caden. Good to hear from you. It's been a while. You used to like call in on a regular basis. So hope to hear from you sooner than later.
Favorite Star Wars
Favorite
fact?
Star Wars fact.
The only one that I can think of right now is like, I know what the temperature of a tauntaun is.
Oh, that's not a fact.
It's a fact. It's lukewarm, bro.
Yeah, that's not a fact. That's a joke. Well, the 2 that come to mind, one, we mentioned it recently, but we didn't cover the episode of Light and Magic, but that Lucasfilm created Pixar, which is kind of a Star Wars fact, but not really. Because like they created ILM,
Lucas.
ILM created Pixar. They're all under Lucasfilm, and then they kind of like all separated. But there's that. One other one that came to mind was when we went over Bounty Hunter comics that Nautilin's can put messages in smells. So one of their native ways of speaking is through smell. They can put messages in there. So that's pretty cool. And so there's that. So it's like, I'm guessing so it's in canon like stuff, but also maybe he said also like production stuff too. So, another production one was like Grand Moff Tarkin. The actor wore slippers the whole time, so you never see his feet.
I forgot about that.
So there's that. So there's pictures like behind the scenes of him like just wearing slippers while he's wearing his Imperial outfit.
There's probably so many, bro.
But there's a lot of like stuff
right
from
now.
like the original concept arts that you could like what's the artist?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot too much today, bro.
Corey. Frank Corey. What is this?
Corey,
Corey, right?
Yes.
Whatever.
I feel like an idiot.
The original like concept art, like they had a lot of like story ideas, and so like, stormtroopers had lightsabers. Like lightsabers were used by a lot of characters, not just Force users. So that was cool.
Jesus, that's gonna bother me so much, bro. I'm like trying to think.
Your Etsy or someone in chat, give us who's it's on the tip of our tongues. They got the original concept artist from the original trilogy.
Lord, it's hurting me.
But also like from that, Zeb, he was the original design for Chewbacca.
Chewbacca, that's a cool one.
That's a really fun one.
I actually have the Funko Pop of that. Ralph McQuarrie.
Okay, we didn't even need to chat out. Look at that. Ralph McQuarrie. Yep.
Figured it out.
So Kaden, if you're like looking for cool facts, I think they have like concept art books that you can buy, like encyclopedias.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Get those, get one of those and just kind of look at cool stuff and just like make up your own facts. It's like, oh, this was like an original idea that was recycled here or something like that.
Or how Boba used, like the original concept of Boba Fett was white.
All white, yep.
Mm-hmm. I have that figure.
Because you could do like, there's like all the documentary behind the scenes stuff on Disney Plus you could watch. So like there's like that Boba Fett documentary that we did one on.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff.
Like those first those first 3 ILM, the Light and Magic ones, like those are all Star Wars stuff. A lot of facts in those.
I think my favorite concept art is that the original actor for Jabba the Hutt is actually the guy who was like his pet was the Rancor.
Right. Is that? And I also learned the other day that when Luke uses the skull, a human skull, to like push the button or whatever, inside down in the Rancor pit, like that skull, there's like a whole like character in the EU who that was. So there's like a whole backstory of that person.
That's cool.
I actually just saw that the other day for the first time. So that's a fun fact right there. Go look that one up, Kaden. Like that guy's name.
That's cool. That's a cool concept.
Other fun fact that came out, I think this year, was that Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan characters were actually opposite names, and that how like who we know as Qui-Gon Jinn was the original Obi-Wan Kenobi, and when he died, Qui-Gon Jinn took his name as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
you didn't hear that one?
Mm-mm.
That came out like in the last year. How that was like something that George Lucas was going to do in The Phantom Menace was we were going to see Obi-Wan Kenobi killed on screen by Maul, and then his Padawan Qui-Gon Jinn adopted his name.
I'm kind of glad they didn't do that though. That would have just been confusing for people. You know what I mean? People are like, wait, what Obi-Wan are you talking about?
Right. But I don't know. But hopefully you got some ideas, Caden, and like we said, hope to hear from you again soon. All right, next up, we have one from our good friend Yaretsi, who was super excited for this episode. So let's take a listen.
Hey Empire Radio, it's Yanetsi. Boy, have I been waiting for this episode. Oh, I've been wanting to talk about this second season of Rebuild the Galaxy forever. I have no one who likes Star Wars over here. Oh my gosh, it was so good. The jokes were top tier. I loved
They
it so
were.
much. And I appreciated everything they did with Darth Maul's character, everything they did with Palpatine. Oh, it was hilarious. I love it so much. And I've been using my little sister as an excuse to rewatch it over and over and over. I swear I've watched it like 5 times, all the episodes.
Dang.
Yeah, they were amazing. I got a question for y'all. What was your favorite like joke or reference that they made in all 4 episodes? Mine was the "Oh So Fabulous" from Darth Maul when he started saying it to the tune of to the rhythm
I
of
think that was my
Duel of
favorite
the
too.
Fates.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Bye.
All right, thank you, Retzi, for showing your enthusiasm with this on this season. And remember, there is a Lego channel in the Discord to talk about things, so you could have went in there and tried to start some conversation. But people are been quiet in Discord for a while, so maybe it wouldn't have picked up. But it's not banging like it used to be back in the day. But there is a channel for Lego Star Wars discussion in the Discord for anyone who wants to discuss. Every show, every movie has a channel to discuss. So, but
I think that's my favorite part too. I thought that was
The Maul-
hilarious.
Maul
The Maul
one.
stuff was so funny.
I don't know. I like this. The Palpatine, like when he was fighting Solidus, he was just using his lines from as a surprise, but a welcome one to be sure. Whatever his line is, he says that one. I just like when characters like reuse lines, but in different contexts. Like,
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. The Snoke pit, I liked. This is because it's weird, but it's also fun because it's like a snake pit, a Snoke pit. And there's just so many like quick one-liners that like in the moment are funny, but then you just can't remember it because there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's just so many of them. Like the whole thing is them.
Yep.
Which is why it's so good.
I thought it was just kind of funny how at the beginning of the space battle, like they're like just saying that they're there, like hey, BB1 reports, BB2, and then like Mark Hamill is BB8. Okay. But yeah. Any other ones, Drew?
There's so many good ones. The whole Jar Jar thing too, when he was like making fun of himself, essentially, those ones were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Cause he
and the battle ball, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Why didn't we think of a Death Star? That's so much better.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There's
All right.
like so many good ones. You got to watch the show if you haven't. Like, it's so funny.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Yaretsi. All right. Last up, we got one from Garrett in the Coup d'etat verse. And so last week, Drew, you weren't here. He just kind of gave like a rundown of how he met Pirate Cal Kestis, and now he's gonna like talk to the pirate. So let's take a listen to the rest of the story.
Hey Empire Radio, it's Garrett. I got aboard Captain Kestis' ship, the Black Dart, or BD-1 for short, and met up with him. I told him all about everything that happened after my pirating days and how I grew in the Force and unfortunately lost my lightsaber. He said that he and his pirate crew have also started taking a more civilized approach to pirating, mainly taking stuff from broken ships and making deliveries for many syndicates. He also said that he just so happened to have found a lightsaber recently, so he went to see it to find out if it was mine. It wasn't mine, unfortunately. It was all black and had a red blade. Captain Kestis said I could keep it if I wanted, and since I had no lightsaber right now, I accepted it and put it on my hip. I thanked him for his hospitality and told him I must be on my way to find out what happened while I was in a coma, to which the captain responded, "We shall come with you. Sounds like a real adventure." Speaking of adventure, this season of LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy has been a crazy adventure. I've loved the cinematography and comedy. It truly is a fun and exciting watch. My favorite part was when the writers magically went into the future and read my mind when I said that Mando should reuse parts of the N1 to upgrade his new Razor Crest, because in this LEGO show, the Landalorian's Razor Crest has the N1's engines on his wings, along with the Razor Crest engines. That was definitely my favorite little Easter egg I saw on the show. So what was your favorite cameo or snippet from this season?
All right, thank you, Garrett. And so you're joining forces with the pirates again, joining you in the fight. So
Back to where you belong.
where the story is going, we don't know. And you get an all black lightsaber that has a red blade. And I'm trying to think, like, do we know who that could be? Because I think like Kylo Ren had an all black saber hilt. It was red,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's
Could be
because
Kylo.
Ben, because we have Ben Solo in this coup d'etat verse,
True.
but I don't know.
And he's a good guy.
Right, so who knows who this lightsaber belongs to? Maybe that's going to come back. A new character will be introduced. I don't know. But what is this? What was his favorite cameo? Well, that was a question. Favorite cameo this season.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Mine's-
So we had a lot of. So what are the new ones? We had Chewie, Ahsoka, we had Cal Kestis, and then we had
We had-
Andor. Technically, Cassian Andor.
We had Mando.
The Landalorian. Landalorian, I think, was pretty cool.
That's funny.
It just the swag of Lando as a Mando.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I think that worked really well. I think that was a lot of fun. But like a lot of them were like
The Landalorian, what's his name? The saber that we bought for Andrew.
Revan.
Dark Revan was there. I thought that was funny too, because when he came up, they're like, by the look of your outfit, you look like you're from the old Republic.
Right.
Like they just like instantly started making fun of it. So I thought that was cool. And he had both his lightsabers, so that was fun.
I think R2D2 is pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
But then like there's so many characters that were just in the background that didn't have any
yeah,
lines.
like all the
or had,
man,
like,
all
one
the
single line.
Bad Batch guys, like they just showed up randomly, and we're like, where did they come from? Like we
Right.
don't know.
So
Or the Rebel crew that was just there. They did say anything.
but yeah.
Probably like the rabbit was fun.
Right.
I really liked his character. But yeah. Yeah, I think the Landalorian,
Yeah.
it's
cool.
like a really funny concept, and it's funny. Or like when they asked him like, you don't have any like tricks up your sleeve or anything? He's like, no, but I have these whistling birds. And then they killed him and like, oh, I guess that was good. Like, bro.
All right. Well, that's that. Thank you, Garrett, Yuretsi, and Caden for your voicemails.
Mm-hmm.
If you are listening and you want to send in a voicemail for the very first time or for the first time in a very long time,
True.
all you gotta do is go in the description below, click the link, links.co/Empire Radio, link spelled with 2 I's, click that landing page for everything Empire Radio, and one of those links is for leaving a voicemail. Super easy. You don't gotta sign up, you don't gotta make an account, you just push record and put your name and or email in. Most people very few people put their email. If you just put your name, you don't gotta sign up for anything or anything. You don't get email notifications or anything, you just send it. And so if it's family friendly, we'll play it on air. And so we'd love to hear from you. We love those accents from other countries. So if you're from another country, we'd love to hear you. Let us know how you say, may the force be with you in your native language. But also, I mentioned the Discord has been pretty quiet lately. So if you want, join the Discord and add a little life to it. Start conversations, different categories. We'd love to hear from you there. Have you to join the community. But also you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. YouTube, Twitch. You can follow us on Twitch for live streams. We live stream every episode, and so you can fact check us in the chat and answer us questions and help us out if we need some help. And also just if you have good comments, we'll read them also as we go on to the episodes. There is a fan email as well if you want to email us about anything. I think that's it. So like I said, next week, top 5 Han Solo moments. So you could send in a voicemail with your favorite Han Solo moment if you want. It'll be a lot of fun to hear your guys' favorite moments. There's not a lot of Han Solo stuff, so it's like hard to come up with a list. So
get it? I know.
Yep, I know. Anything else, Drew, you want to talk about tonight?
No, that's it.
All right, fun. Well, you've been listening to another Lego-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.